Hey guys, I hope you're all doing well this week. I hope you're staying busy, staying active. So let's get on with this week's lesson plan. All right guys, first thing we're gonna do is some stretching. So let's start it out with the classic butterfly. So we'll do this one for 20 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, then we'll do this one knee in, one leg extended. As I said in the last video, the further we can get down, touch our foot, really stretch down, we're gonna get a deeper stretch in our hamstring, which is gonna be more beneficial for us later in the lesson plan. So let's do this one for 20 seconds as well, and then we'll do other side for 20 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right. Next, we'll do this one where we're just fully extended. And we're just going to try and get our head as close as we can to our knees and just really, really stretch out our back, stretch out our legs, try and touch our feet. And we'll do this one for 15 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Alrighty guys, the next thing we're going to do is some standing exercises. So we'll start it off with some basic shoulder rolls. So we're going to go 10 forward, and then we'll go 10 back. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, and now we'll do 10 back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alrighty. After that, we're going to do our leg holds. So we'll just do this one. And we'll try and stretch out as far as we can forward. Put our arm out, get our balance good. Let's do this one for 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright. Next foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright guys, now that we are all done with the stretching, we're going to go into our warm-up exercises. The first thing I want you guys to do is handstand hold on a wall. And if you don't feel comfortable doing it by yourself, please get a parent to help you. The main thing to keep in mind when you're doing these is to give a good kick up and you know that the wall is going to catch you. So yeah, just make sure to get your feet up on the wall and keep your arms straight, hold them still, hold them strong. And we'll do this for 10 seconds. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I want you guys to do that 3 times in total. So 30 seconds worth of handstands on the wall. Alrighty guys, next we're gonna do some push-ups. Make sure that we do them good. Make sure that our back is straight like a board. If you can't do 10 good ones, just normally put your knees on the ground and eventually you can progress to doing them with your knees off the ground. So let's do 10 good push-ups. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alrighty. So we're gonna do 10 good burpees. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright guys, next we're gonna work on our vaulting. So get creative, find something that you can vault over. I'm gonna use this bench here. That we can work on is going to be the Kong vault. So the Kong vault is going to be when both our hands go down first, okay? And then feet come through our hands. This is what it's gonna look like. The next vault we're going to learn is going to be the lazy vault. So for the lazy vault, we want to throw this foot over, and then this foot is going to pop us over. So it's going to look like this. Let's do it one more time. So again, make sure that your right foot is coming over the bench first, and then your left foot is going to be the one generating momentum and pushing you over the bench. So the final one we're going to learn is going to be the speed vault. So for the speed vault, we want one hand to go down, and then basically we're just going to be jumping through our single hand, and it's pretty simple. It's going to be one of the fastest vaults for when we're running and we're actually in action. So we're going to just keep going through. And if you want, you can also plant a foot down, have some variety. So that's it for the vaulting. Make sure to practice them, get them good, do them on different sorts of objects, and yeah. All right, guys, so for our next exercise, we're going to do a role-specific exercise. So we're gonna work on 4 different types of rolls. So we're gonna work on shoulder rolls or parkour rolls to the right, parkour rolls to the left, forward rolls, backwards rolls, and I lied, we're actually gonna do a 5th roll, and that's going to be a dive roll. So one key element you wanna keep in mind when you're doing all of your rolls is to tuck your head in, tuck your head to your chin. This is gonna prevent us from rolling over our neck, which obviously is not a good thing to do. And it's just gonna make the roll a lot safer and a lot smoother. So for all of them, we wanna make sure that we have our hand down first. So we wanna have our hand down first and then have our neck and back roll over, turtle shell like that. Make sure it's a good turtle shell. Make sure everything is loose and flexible and ready to roll around so we're not stiff as a board as we roll over our back. So the forward roll is pretty simple. I think you guys have all done them before in shock. But essentially, chin to chest, turtle shell, roll over your back, have your hands hit first, and then just roll over. And make sure to come out of it with good energy, come out of it running. So here we go. To be the dive roll. So as I said before, tuck your chin to your chest, put your arms down first. Make sure that you bend your arms so we're not just landing stiff armed. So that we bend our arms, we absorb that with our arms. We're not going to hurt them at all. And yeah, so this is going to be a dive roll. So next, we're going to do our parkour roll. We're going to do whichever side is dominant for you first, and then after that, we'll work on the undominant side. So for me, I like to put my right hand down first, so a right side shoulder roll or a right side parkour roll, whichever one you want to call it. They're interchangeable, but yeah, so for this one, we only put one hand down, and then it's more over our shoulder rather than on the forward roll where we're going directly over our back. Okay? So I like to run in a little bit, forward roll, boom. All right. So for the unnatural shoulder roll, or the opposite side, it's going to be essentially the same thing. We're just going to be mirroring what we do on our dominant side to our undominant side, and this is kind of difficult. It definitely takes quite a bit of practice, but I think it's definitely worth it, and it's kind of a cool trick to be able to do it both ways. So I'll try and do it on my left side down first. All right, guys, for our final roll, we're going to be doing a backwards roll. Backwards rolls are definitely pretty hard and require a lot of practice. I personally still need practice on mine, but all the same principles apply. Make sure to tuck your chin to your chest, roll over your back, make sure you're loose, you're not stiff when you're rolling. So the key component to a back roll is your hand placement. So you want your hands to be right by your ears, right? And when you're rolling back, you want your hands to start pressing into the ground as hard as you can, right about when you hit your upper back up here and start going over your head. So that'll prevent you from rolling over your head, which obviously just makes it less painful and a smoother roll. So I'm gonna start out like this on a little bit of a sloped hill, and this is gonna help me get momentum going on my backwards roll. And yeah, and I'm also gonna go down in a seated position like this. And so this is just gonna help me get into a better starting position. So here we go. All right. So I want you guys to practice that quite a few times until you feel like you've gotten multiple good rolls, like nice fluent motion, like you're not hitting your head or it's not hurting. And then after that, I want you guys to do it with not that seated position. So essentially it's going to be the same thing. We're going to drop down first and then do the same sort of roll. So all right, and that's a backwards roll. Hi guys, so for our next exercise today, we are going to do the dice parkour game. So for the dice parkour game, I wrote down a couple of movements that you guys can follow, and then we're just gonna roll the dice, and wherever the dice lands, that's the trick we're gonna do. So you guys can write this down yourselves as well. So for number one, if the dice were to land on one, we're gonna do a parkour roll to the right. We have number two is a Kong vault. Number three is a thief vault. Number four is a handstand. Number five is a dive roll. And number six is a precision jump. So I will put this down for a moment. All right, looks like a 6. So for the precision jump, I'm gonna be a little bit creative. So I could just jump on the ground if you guys can't find anything. But for me, this is a perfect one. So I'm gonna jump from the stairs to the edge of that cobblestone and then into the grass. Okay? All right, let's do another one. 4. And the 4 is a handstand. Alrighty. Put my dice down. So I'm just gonna hold this handstand for as long as I can. Oh, that one is bad. Let me do another one. Oh well. Not doing any good handstands right now, but I think you guys kind of get the point for that. So practice that for about 10 minutes, get creative, use your surroundings, and meet me at the next exercise. So for our next exercise, we're gonna do a similar type of thing, but rather than doing it with just one dice, we're gonna do it with 2 dice. So again, we have another list. So we're gonna keep this first list, and then we're gonna add a new list for the second dice. So this second dice list includes 1, parkour roll to the left, 2, 360 turn to the left, 3, 360 turn to the right, 4 is going to be a safety vault, 5 is going to be a forward roll, and 6 is going to be a backwards roll. So essentially what I want you guys to do is roll the dice, and then 1, so for me, my white dice is going to be my first side, and then my red dice is going to be the second side. So, alright, so I got a 2 and a 4. So a 2 is going to include a Kong vault, and my 4 is going to include a safety vault. Alrighty. So, I'm gonna get creative and try and use the yard and my surroundings to do this parkour course. So, first we have to do the Kong vault. Okay, so I'm just gonna try and do it as fast as I can. I'm gonna do it on the stairs actually. I'm gonna back up a little bit. Alright. So Kong vault up, safety vault down. Cool. Now let's do a couple more. So, once more, roll my dice. All right, so we have a 4 and a 5. So, 4 is going to be a handstand, and 5 is going to be a forward roll. So I'll do a handstand to a forward roll. And this way. All right, I'll do one more demonstration for you guys, and then I want you guys to do it for about 10 to 15 minutes on your own. So one more, roll of the dice. All right, we got a 3 and a 5. So my 3 is going to be a thief vault, and my 5 is going to be a forward roll. All right. So I'll do mine down from, so I'll do my thief vault up the stairs, and I'll do my forward roll, jumping to the grass, and then I'll do the forward roll. Ready? All right. Alright guys, so we are going to end off with some stretches. So we're just going to do them quick and cool down a little bit. So let's end with our favorite, the butterfly. Let's do 10 seconds of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now our bow and arrow. Stretch this leg out, knee in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now our right leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alrighty. Alright, next we'll roll the shoulders out. We'll do 10 forward, 10 back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And 10 back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright guys. That's it for the lesson plan this week. I hope that you can implement the skills throughout the week, work on your skills, get them dialed. Meet me here next week for next week's lesson plan. Next week.